First of all, congratulations to you. One of my favorite movies of all time is Paul Thomas Anderson's Boogie Nights. I know you got down to I think it was 138 pounds for that movie. And I'm wondering back then, since that was 17 years ago, the difference in the weight loss for you at that point and then getting down to 137 here. And because obviously over the years you age, so how does it affect you differently over the years?
Yeah, obviously it's a lot harder to lose weight the older you get. Your metabolism slows down. And just thinking about the way I lost weight in Boogie Nights as opposed to the way I lost weight in this movie. So let me give you an example of what I did for Boogie Nights. I smoked cigarettes. I drank Bud Light pretty much all day. Ate vegetable soup. And that was pretty much it.
Doesn't sound too bad.
Right? No exercise, right? And I just got bone skinny. And then with this, I had to stop eating. I jumped rope for 2 to 3 hours a day. I was on a liquid diet of consist of almond milk, and every morning you'd have a scoop of fiber. And then some other nasty concoctions that the nutritionist and the doctor would come up with. And that was it, but literally having to exercise like a crazy person.
Wow.
And then I never really tried to pick a number of a weight that a number that I wanted to hit until I realized, thinking back, when I did Boogie Nights, the weight that I got down to, then I said, of course, I wanted to beat it.
Yeah.
And then it becomes about that. It becomes about that obsession because Rupert started telling me, dude, you're skinny enough. You stop. Don't worry about it. I was like, no, I got to get home. I got to wake up at 1 in the morning. I want to jump rope before I come to work and run through the streets of L.A. He's like, no, you look great. Don't worry. Don't do it anymore. I said, I have to. Don't worry. It became an obsession for me.
Continuity becomes an issue, obviously, with that too,
The tailor was on hand quite often, altering my suit.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Now, let me ask you, because obviously you lose weight, you kind of get into the mindset of this character, and he's such an...
My hair person just crossed his arm about continuity, by the way, because I won't cut my hair either during a movie. And if you go back and watch Ted or something, you'll see in every scene my hair is a completely different length. I just get crazy about it.
But let me ask you though, because when you lose weight for a character, you obviously are going mentally into that character as well. And once that camera shuts off and you go home to your family, see your kids, your wife, are you able to completely shut him off? Because he's a really, really deep character. Can you completely get away from him when you go home at night?
No, not completely, but I try to mask it as much as possible. I'm not to the point where I have to be in character at home.
Right.
My wife would kick me out of the house, and my kids wouldn't speak to me anymore. But it's still there. I mean, by the time I go home, I'm reading the script out loud again before I go to work the next day. I'm rushing to bed at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the afternoon because I've got to get up at 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm in that space. I was in that space for 6 months before we started shooting.
Right.
And then the 3 months that we shot until it was done, and then I try to just go back to normal.
There's a great line in the film, genius is magical, not material.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering for you as an actor in this business, you've been doing this for a long time, what does that line mean to you as an actor and the magic of being an actor and the magic of taking on a character?
Oh, well, that could mean one or two things. Either you have the magic or you don't, which means go find another job, become a plumber, like my character says, or you just try to perfect something and master something until you can actually master it and then move on to something else.
Yeah.
If you can figure out what that something else is. But preparation is the key, A lot of people have God-given talents, but unless you really nurture those talents and perfect those talents, then you'll never live up to your full potential.
Right. To wrap me up, that time-lapse scene when you were gambling was freaking awesome. How long did you stand there? I just had to know that.
Oh,
that was
God,
awesome.
4 or 5 hours. I had to go through the whole bag of money, and I'm like, dude, it's just... Even the videotape, we got to shoot on digital, so I was thinking, we're going to run out of paper at some point.
It was awesome.
Thanks,
Mark, thank you
Good
so
to see
much,
you,
buddy. Hey,
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas to you, buddy.
Thanks, you too.
Hope you
Have a
have a
great
great
holiday.
holiday.